What's up, YouTube? So before we get started with this video, on First Take, they're going to be talking to Deontay Wilder and about his upcoming fight with Dominic Breazeale. So let's see what they have to say about that.
So there's been a lot of talking. I got some quotes, I got some things, and I want to get your response. So we're going to start with this. Your opponent, very focused. Here's what's motivating him. Let me give you the quotes. The personal thing from outside of the ring makes the revenge factor. Wilder approached myself and my wife and my kids. It was a situation that was not boxing related. The gratification and the fact that my personal revenge, knocking out Deontay Wilder, is a lot bigger than just an actual win or KO on any other given night. It's been the biggest motivational tool in this last camp, the one thing that gets me up early in the morning to run. How do you respond to that?
I mean, first of all, Breazeale, all that story he made up is lies. He came to my city and he threatened my brother as well as my family. And I don't take threats lightly. He don't say that part, and he don't own up to that part. He said I came in a hotel room with 20 goons. I don't have 20 people around me. My entourage is very small. You can't control people like that, And, with the situation up in there, he talking about his wife and kids, that's the main thing people want. If you want to get attention, you want a clout chase, you add women and children in there. See, him and his wife was running around the room. His wife was like Xena, the warrior princess, running around yelling. His children, they don't even know where his kids was because my brother was protecting them like if they was my own. Breazeale is just an opportunist. He's one of those type of people that will waste water and ice in your business and slip on their own purpose just to sue you. And, I don't take that lightly. I can't wait for Saturday night. It's gonna be a massacre. I've always talked about wanting something on my record, wanting a body on my record. And, in boxing, you get the opportunity to do what you got to do and get paid for it. That's what I love about it. So I appreciate him for start stirring the peace. I'm a peaceful person. I come in peace until you disturb my peace. And when you do that, all hell breaks loose.
I just want to be very...
So first off, I definitely think Deontay Wilder is going to win this fight. But as far as Dominic Breazeale, if I was him, I would definitely work on being as technically sound as possible and cleaning up any sloppiness he has in his technical game, because Deontay is not a technical fighter. He's a wild fighter. And as far as Breazeale, I would definitely work on counter punching, and I would be sparring with a lot of fighters that are told to throw a lot of wild punches, because that's what Deontay Wilder does. So if he can just counter some of those wide windmill telegraph punches that Deontay Wilder likes to throw, you can definitely get in there and tear him up with some combos inside, because you have plenty of time. You can see them coming. So if I was Breazeale, I would work on my technical game, being as technically sound as possible, and work on counter punching, and get in there and get out and just outbox Deontay. Because that's what Tyson Fury did, except Tyson Fury messed up twice, and he paid for it the 2 times that he messed up, which gave him those 2 a draw. Tyson Fury would have won that fight because he outboxed Deontay. So, but as far as Deontay against Breazeale, for him, I would definitely use Breazeale as a way to practice any new skills and being more technical. Because like I said, Deontay Wilder is not a technical fighter. So hopefully he learns something from the Fury fight, that he's going to need to be more technical and be a more smarter fighter versus just going for the knockout. Because like I said, with the guys that are like Fury and Anthony Joshua, those guys are technical fighters, and you might not get by just getting a knockout, because you might not get the knockout. You might have to actually sit in there and box with them. So I'm hoping that Deontay learned from Tyson Fury in his camp this whole time. He's been training and working on being more technical, straighten out his punches, making them be more precise, more accurate, and test that out on Mr. Breazeale before he gets tested again with Tyson Fury or Anthony Joshua, because Anthony Joshua is a very skilled and technical fighter. And I would go with the skilled technical fighter every time over a one-trick pony like Deontay Wilder, who's just got his power. He's got that one hit, and that's it. You can't just, Deontay Wilder can't just sit there back with you and box with you. He's trying to get that knockout. He's trying to go for that big hit. And in the later rounds, he's going to slow down. And if I was me, I would just sit back and just outbox him. But I don't know. Let's keep going.
Very clear, because obviously people know you as a knockout artist, but people associated with the sport of boxing and beyond know you as a really, really classy dude. I want to make sure that I'm clear. Are you saying that he was lying about bringing up the wife and kid and trying to put them into the mix as well. Are you saying that's not true?
He's definitely lying.
Okay.
I want to rewind to what you just said. You said you always wanted a body on your record. What do you mean by that with respect to Breazeale?
I mean, what's understood don't have to be explained. I don't have to go no further with that situation. But come Saturday night on Showtime at the Barclays Center, you'll see what I'm talking about.
When you say...
So everybody knows what he meant by that, okay? I don't think he wants to really go into detail about, getting a body and all that, because that might come off bad to certain people, but they are fighters, so you are going to say something like, you're going to say, I'm going to kill that guy. Now, do you literally want to get a gun and blow that guy's face off with that? No. So you know what he meant by that, Max. So stop trying to blow it up, because there are enough people out there that already don't like Deontay Wilder because he has that certain southern swag, I guess, and certain twang to the way he talks, and that can kind of throw people off and not really look at the type of guy that Deontay Wilder is, because he's a cool dude. Deontay Wilder is a cool dude, and he might get a bad rap because of the certain swagger he has, if you will, and people who know, you guys know what I'm talking about. But he doesn't get the credit he deserves. So I don't like to have Max ask him, what do you mean by a body? Is this gang related or yada? You know what he means by that, okay? So I don't know, but let's keep going.
When you say your version of events, it's credible to me, because that's how, in my experience with you and watching you over the last, 10 years now, it seems to me that you are that kind of guy. You'll keep your side of the street clean. But if you feel someone steps over the line, then you handle it in a way that others don't always find socially acceptable. Is that a fair assessment of the kind of person you are?
I mean, I'm a peaceful person. I come in love until you interfere and you disturb the peace. And then, like I said, I bring another side of me out. I don't like to turn it to the other side of me. I like to keep it in the ring. That's the bronze bomber. Like I said, on outside of the ring, I'm Deontay, but inside the ring, I'm the bronze bomber. It's two different things. It's two different mindsets. And when you cross that level, when you cross that line,
yeah,
you don't want to mess with me.
That line was.
So I hate these type of questions, because these guys are fighters, okay? They're not playing tennis. They're not playing, any soft sports. This is a sport where you literally get to beat the crap out of that person. So as far as trying to be nice and switching up, and these guys are fighters, okay? So expect violence to come from them, okay? That's what they do. But back to the boxing. Dominic Breazeale, like I said, I think he needs to be as technically sound and just try to outbox Deontay. Because Deontay is going to be looking for nothing but that knockout. Like I said, I think he's a one-trick pony. And if he can't get that knockout, he's going to be stuck. So I think if Dominic Breazeale could just try to outbox him, because let's see, the Dominic Breazeale, his only loss is to Anthony Joshua. And that was at 2016? And Joshua got him in the 7th round. So that means he was able to hang with Joshua for 7 rounds. And like I said, I think Joshua is one of the best technical fighters out there. So if he was able to do that, like I said, if he can, and I think Anthony Joshua can beat Deontay Wilder, because he's way more technical, way more of a smarter fighter, and is just a straight boxer, not a brawler. So I think if Breazeale would be able to work on being super technical, cleaning up any mistakes he might have in his game, and just try to outbox Wilder, I think he might have a chance. But I don't think he's going to do that, because I think Wilder is just going to be a little bit too athletic for him, has too much power, and I think he's just going to get caught slipping. But like I said, I wish Deontay Wilder is working on his technical game and being as sharp as possible, because he'll get away with it with the other guys like he did with Ortiz, and Ortiz hurt him too. But he'll get away with it with guys like Ortiz, and he might get away with it with Breazeale. But if he goes and he fights Fury again, there might be a problem, because Fury messed up twice, and he paid for them by hitting the ground. But other than that, Fury outboxed him. He outboxed him. If they fight again, I don't know what's going to happen, because I think I see Fury as not messing up again. He's not going to mess up again, and Deontay Wilder will just get outboxed. He got lucky, and he got those 2 hits in, because that was the only thing he was looking for the whole time. So he had 12 rounds to land that big blow, and Fury messed up. But as far as Deontay Wilder fighting Anthony Joshua, I think Anthony Joshua is going to be smart enough to outbox Deontay stay away from that power bomb that he has, be an excellent counter puncher to those huge windmill way telegraph punches that Deontay has. And I think, when it gets to the mid to later rounds, Deontay is going to get tired because he's doing nothing but looking for that power bomb. He's going to stop thinking. And I think that's right where Anthony Joshua should just sit back and just outbox him and get him on points. Don't worry about trying to knock him out because you might get caught. But just sit back there and outbox him. Kind of like what Lennox Lewis did to Mike Tyson. Because Mike Tyson was a powerbomb type of guy. He was just looking for knockouts in his later years. When he was younger, in his prime, he was very technical. But Lennox Lewis was smart. When he fought Mike Tyson, he just sat back and outboxed Mike Tyson. He just outboxed him. Kept him at bay with his jab so Mike couldn't get in. Mike wasn't being technical. He wasn't relying on anything that Cus taught him. And I think Anthony Joshua could do the same thing to Deontay Wilder and just sit back and outbox him, because Deontay Wilder, from what I see, he's a one-trick pony. He's only going to try to knock you out. And if that doesn't work, he's going to be stuck. So just sit back and outbox him. Get him by points. So, I don't know. Let's keep going.
Cross clearly. All right, so Tyson Fury, the lineal heavyweight champion, was asked about the possibility of fighting you or Anthony Joshua. Let's take a listen to what he had to say.
Do you know, they're both great fights. They'll both be good fights for the fans. But, either or really doesn't matter to me. I already beat Deontay Wilder in his own country. Didn't get the decision, but we're not going to cry about that. So, whoever, doesn't really matter. However, whenever, I said I'll fight them 7 days a week, twice on a Sunday. It's really unimportant to me because they're only men with boxing gloves on, and I'll beat both of them time and time again. If we fought 10 times, I'd win 10 times out of 10. So all we need to do is stop messing around and get the fights on.
So definitely, Fury messed up. Like I said, he messed up twice. He made 2 mistakes, and Deontay Wilder made him pay for it. So I'm kind of happy that was a draw, because both fighters did what they were expected to do. You expect Deontay to be going in there looking for that power bomb. He's doing nothing but looking for the knockout and just use his athleticism. Tyson Fury, everybody knows he's a good technical fighter. He's not necessarily going for the knockout, but he's just going to outbox you. Just box you. And that's exactly what he did. So both parties did what they were expected to do, and it was marked a draw. So who do I think can probably improve a little bit more better? I think probably Tyson Fury, because he messed up twice. Well, other than that, he was good. He outboxed Deontay. But Deontay, it's going to be hard to teach an old dog new tricks, because he's going to have to go through a whole series of trying to restructure the way he fights, trying to get technical. And for a lot of people, that takes years. That's not something you can just do in a year or, just pick up. That takes years and years of practice to be able to be a good, skilled, technical fighter. But like I said, hopefully he does that and he practices on Dominic Breazeale, because I can definitely see Deontay Wilder getting into trouble with fighting Fury again, where he doesn't make any mistakes and just outboxes him. And definitely I can see that with Anthony Joshua just sitting back and just straight up outboxing Deontay Wilder. And don't get me wrong, I like Deontay Wilder. We need to get the heavyweight champion back to America, but I just got to call it what it is. You know what I'm saying? I just got to call it what it is. So let's keep going.
Talk to me.
I couldn't hear nothing he said, but, at the end of the day, in that fight, I gave Tyson Fury a concussion. Also, I gave him memory loss. When a man don't know how he got on the ground, nor do he know how he got up, that's a problem. And if he felt like he beat me in a wide margin, as he say he did, why not take a rematch? That's easy, because the second time around, you know your opponent very well than the first time. It's easy, but he know the truth, I know the truth, and his team know the truth, that they don't want to come in the ring with me again because I knocked his marbles out.
Okay, yeah, so you did knock his marbles out, but at the same time, you know what who I would like to have seen Deontay Wilder fight instead of Dominic Breazeale? I would like to see him fight Klitschko. So I think it's Vitaly's the oldest Klitschko. So I know Anthony Joshua beat Klitschko, which was what put Anthony Joshua on the map. And I think Klitschko is a very skilled, old school type fighter. I would like to see Deontay fight the Klitschko brother, the oldest Klitschko. I think it's Vitaly. I know he's older. He's like 43 right now. And the last time he fought was against Anthony Joshua was like 2017. I would like to see Deontay fight Klitschko. So he's old enough that, Deontay should be able to get him and take care of him. But I think the Klitschko, he's a very technical fighter. And I think just off a skill alone, he'd be able to expose Deontay Wilder. But I don't know. I guess practicing with Dominic Breazeale should be enough. But I don't know. Let's just keep going.
Out of his head.
Well, let me say this to you. If Tyson Fury waits to fight you, I don't have a problem with him for that. I wouldn't want to fight you again if I were him. A matter of fact, I'd want to, if I think I can beat Anthony Joshua, my attitude is take that fight, and then the fight against you, the rematch, is that much bigger. My only requirement is that if Tyson Fury were to fight Anthony Joshua before you, that it be mandated that you are the next opponent for the winner. That's all I'm. But
So as far as that 3 rings, 3 points of guys fighting, so I would definitely want to see I would like to see Deontay Wilder fight Tyson Fury again, and the winner between that definitely go and fight Anthony Joshua, and then whoever lost to Anthony Joshua before, I think he should fight them, and he should be able to clean up house. But I think the better fight will probably be between Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury, because they're both technical fighters. So I don't know. I think they'll both be good fights, but it'll be a very good technical fight between Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua. A very good technical fight. And as far as Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder, you're going to see a brawler type guy maybe get outboxed going against a boxer type guy. So I think that's how those type of styles and the type of fights will be kind of different. So I don't know, but don't get me wrong. I like Deontay Wilder. I'm going for Deontay Wilder because we need to get the American heavyweight back. But, I just got to call it the way I see it. And I wish he would work on being more technical. He's just too wild in his punches. And I've said for a while, if he goes against somebody that's technically sound, they're going to get him, because they're just going to sit back and wait for that's not window, but that sliding glass door to open, so they can just hit him up, because he telegraphs his punches. He's wide open with his swinging windmill punches. I mean, like I said, get somebody technical in there, and they'll be able to take care of business. So, I don't know. Let's keep going.
I don't mind anybody delaying running into you. You can't see that?
Well, I can see that, but if it's like that, then state it as that. You know what I mean? But it's not that case, because look who he's fighting. That's number 63 in the ranking, and then after that, he's going to fight another lower opposition. He had the contract on the table for 5 days to a week. They didn't want to take it. I don't want to hear about the ESPN deal or the top rank and all that stuff. When you think you can beat a man, you go take my